Lesson 4, how can I construct functions? Step 1, substitute different values for x into the equation to find y. Step 2, use a function table to record input x, output y, and resulting ordered pairs. Step 3, graph the function using the ordered pairs. So our first function is x plus 3. I'm going to use 0, 1, 2, 3 as my input. So let's substitute. Instead of x, I'm going to put 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. I'm going to input 1, and my output would be 4. Input 2, and my output is 5. Input 3, output is 6. So now we're going to use our input output to make our ordered pairs. 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, and 3, 6. All right, now that we have our ordered pairs, we're going to graph them. Start with 0, 3, 0 on my x-axis and 3 on my y. 1, 4 over 1, up 4. 2, 5 over 2, up 5. Over 3, up 6. Use a straight edge to connect the dots and make our graph. Okay, so we've taken a function and created a function table. And from the function table, we created a graph of the function. Okay, let's do the next one. Our function is x minus 2. Keep it simple. We're going to use 0, 1, 2, 3. You can pick any values. Okay, let's substitute. Instead of x, I'm going to do 0 minus 2, which is negative 2. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Input 2, subtract 2, I get 0. Input of 3, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Put our ordered pairs. 0, negative 2. 1, negative 1. 2, 0. And 3, 1. Okay, we're going to graph 0, negative 2. 1, negative 1. 2, 0. And 3, 1. And that is the graph of the function y equals x minus 2. Okay, y equals 2x minus 5. 2x minus 5 in our function table. Again, we're going to keep it simple. 0, 1, 2, 3. Substitute 0 for x. So 2 times 0 minus 5. Well, 0 minus 5 is a negative 5. Substitute 1. All right, 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Four minus 5, negative 1. And 6 minus 5 is 1. Write your ordered pairs. And graph. 0, -5, 1, -3, 2, -1, and 3, 1. Okay, next one, y equals 1/2 x minus 1. So since we're dealing with a fraction, let's be careful about the numbers we choose. So we know we're going to have to divide x in half. We want half of x. So if we pick even numbers, that'll be a lot easier. So make a little note. If you need to multiply by 1/2, then you're going to choose even numbers. Just makes it easier. So we can do 0, and then we'll do 2, 4, and 6, because it's easy to find half of those numbers. 1/2 x minus 1 is the function. And let's substitute. A half of 0 is 0, and 0 minus 1 is -1. A half of 2 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. A half of 4 is 2, and 2 minus 1 is 1. A half of 6 is 3, and 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, let's write our ordered pairs. And graph. And there's the graph for the function y equals 1/2 x minus 1. All right, next page. So I want you to do numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on your own. So you're going to pause this video, do numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when you're finished, then you can restart the video and go through the answers to make sure you've got this. So go ahead and pause and do numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you're done, resume the video. Okay, you're back. So that must mean you did numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to go through them to make sure that you understand. So the very first function is -x plus 2. Now, you can pick different values for x, but I'm going to stick with 0, 1, 2, 3. Even if you pick different values, our graph will end up looking the same. So I'm going to substitute 0 for x. Well, -0 plus 2 is 2. Substitute 1. -1 plus 2 is 1. -2 plus 2 is 0. And -3 plus 2 is -1. Ordered pairs are 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0, 3, -1. 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0, and 3, -1. So this is the graph that represents the table that represents the function. Okay, number 2. I'm going to do, again, my 0, 1, 2, 3. My function is 2x minus 3. Substitute. 0 minus 3 is -3. 2 minus 3 is -1. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, ordered pairs. And graph. Number 3. My function is -2x plus 1. Substitute. Ordered pairs. And graph. Okay, and number 4. Paper. Okay, so again, I'm dealing with fraction. Since it's 1/2, if I use even numbers, that'll make it a lot easier. So I'm going to use 0, 2, 4, 6. My function is 1/2 x plus 1. Okay, substitute. Well, half is 0, 0. Add 1. Half of 2 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Half of 4 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Half of 6 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Ordered pairs. And graph. Okay, now we're going to move to page 7, and page 7 changes things up just a little bit. So we're going to talk about stories, rates, and initial values. So first of all, an initial value, if you remember back to our vocabulary, is like the starting amount. Initial is the beginning, value is amount. So the starting amount. The rate of change can be represented different ways. So it can be the speed, money per hour, growth per year, a rate of change. So we're going to do speed, pay, growth, etc. So it's showing a rate of change. So speed changes, pay can change, and growth can change. Number 1, Rule has earned $300 selling video intros. Additionally, he will earn $50 each month selling intros to new clients. So the initial value, that starting amount, is $300. The rate of change is what he's going to earn each month. So we are going to represent that as 50 per month, 50 times X. Number 2, Deja goes scuba diving. She is 25 feet below sea level when she begins to ascend at 5 feet per minute. So initial value, her starting point, is 25 feet below sea level. So that initial value is a negative 25. It is below sea level. Ascend means to go up. So she's going to go up at 5 feet per minute. So that's an increase of 5 feet per minute. We're going to write it as 5x. Okay, next, 3 and 4. Lily plants a tree that is 12 feet tall. The tree grows a foot each year. Initial value is 12 feet. It grows 1 foot each year. So you could represent that as 1x or just x. Chloe's crew team paddles at 3 miles per hour from a marker that is 1 mile offshore. So the initial value is 1. She is 1 mile offshore. The rate of change is 3 miles per hour. So we're going to represent that as 3x. Okay, number 5. Matt is currently on page 40 of a book. He plans to read 10 pages per day. So initial value, he is already on page 40. The rate of change is 10 pages per day. So 10x, 10 per day. Micah runs 1 yard per second from the end zone during a football game. So the initial value here is 0. He's in the end zone. The end zone is 0. The rate of change is 1 yard per second. So 1x, which is the same as x.